I let a man sleep under my roof because my wife begged me. I trusted her completely, until one night I heard a whisper from the guest room that destroyed my marriage, my pride, and turned me into someone they never expected. I always believed love was quiet. Love doesn't shout, I used to tell Claire. It stays. She would smile and say, "You're old-fashioned, Ethan." "Maybe," I said, "but I'm loyal." We had been married 8 years. I measured time by routines, not anniversaries. Morning coffee. Shared bills. Her shoes by the door. I told myself that was stability. When Claire grew distant, I blamed work, stress, life. "Are we okay?" I asked once. She shrugged. "We're fine. Stop worrying." I learned to swallow questions. Sacrifice felt like proof of love. My father taught me that. "A good man holds things together," he used to say. I held everything. Silence. Doubt. Hope. One evening, Claire stood in the kitchen, twisting her ring. "Ethan, can I ask you something?" "Of course." "Ryan needs a place to stay." I froze. "Ryan?" "My old friend. Just for a while." "How long is a while?" She avoided my eyes. "Until he figures things out." My chest tightened. "Why us?" "Because you're kind," she said quickly. "Because we help people." I nodded before thinking. "Okay." Her relief was instant. Too instant. That night, I stared at the ceiling. My mind wouldn't rest. Why did this feel wrong? Why did her voice sound rehearsed? I told myself I was being dramatic. Good men help. Good husbands trust. Ryan arrived 2 days later with one bag and a practiced smile. "Man, I really appreciate this," he said. "No problem," I replied. Claire laughed softly. I hadn't heard that laugh in weeks. At dinner, Ryan talked. Claire listened. "You always loved that story," he said. She smiled. "You remember everything." I cleared my throat. "Wine?" They both said yes. Later, Claire whispered, "Thank you for understanding." I said, "We're a team." She kissed my cheek, quick and light. Over the next days, things shifted. Small things. Claire stayed up later. Ryan stayed closer. "You don't mind if I borrow her for a walk?" Ryan asked. "Of course not," I said. Claire didn't look back. One night, I asked, "Did I do something wrong?" She sighed. "Why do you always think that?" "I just feel you pulling away." "You're imagining it." I wanted to believe her. I needed to. Trust was the strongest thing I had. Without it, I was nothing. "Everything's fine," she said. "Okay," I replied. I watched her laugh again. I watched him smile. I watched myself disappear. I told myself love meant patience. I didn't know that opening my door would slowly close my life. That belief followed me to work. "Long day?" my coworker Mark asked. "Always," I said. "You look tired." "I sleep fine." He didn't believe me. That evening, Claire checked her phone and smiled. "Who's that?" I asked. "Just Ryan," she said. "Already?" "He needed help." "So do I." She looked annoyed. Later, I tried again. "Claire," I said, "talk to me." "There's nothing to talk about. It feels like I'm alone." "You're too sensitive." I laughed, pretending it didn't hurt. "Okay," I said. Ryan passed us in the hallway. "All good?" he asked. "Yeah," Claire answered fast. That night, I texted my sister. "Am I crazy?" She wrote, "What's wrong?" "I don't know," I typed. "Trust your gut," she replied. I stared at the screen. My gut was screaming. I muted it. The next morning, Claire said, "You're quiet." "I don't want to fight." "We're not fighting." "Then why does it feel like we are?" She didn't answer. Ryan joined us for coffee. "Thanks again," he said. Sure, I replied. Claire smiled at him. I looked away. I told myself this was normal. Friends help friends. Wives laugh. Husbands adjust. Stop overthinking, I whispered. No one heard me. That afternoon, Claire said, he'll stay a bit longer. How much longer? Why are you counting? Because it's my house. She snapped, it's ours. I nodded. Right. But it didn't feel like mine. That evening, Ryan joked, you're lucky, man. Why? I asked. You married her. Claire laughed. Yeah, I said. Inside, something cracked. Not loud. Just enough. I went to bed early. Claire stayed up. I listened to footsteps. Good night, she called. Night, I replied. I stared into the dark. Trust felt heavy. Doubt felt heavier. I told myself tomorrow would be better. I told myself love was patient. I told myself I was safe. I was wrong. I didn't know yet, but the moment I said yes, everything else had already begun to end. That was the lie I carried to sleep. Ethan? Claire asked. Yes? You're okay, right? Of course. Promise? I promise. She said, good. The room went quiet. My heart didn't. I repeated that promise in my head. It sounded thin. It sounded afraid. Somewhere, Ryan laughed. Claire laughed back. I stayed silent. That silence felt like loyalty. I didn't realize it was fear. I closed my eyes. I opened my trust. I let them walk in. I didn't know then, but this was the first night of losing myself. And the first step toward a truth I wasn't ready to face. I believed love meant endurance. I believed staying quiet kept peace. I believed sacrifice saved things. I was proud of that. I shouldn't have been. The door downstairs closed. Another door inside me did too. I didn't hear it lock. I just felt alone. I had no idea this was only the beginning. Now. Living together started feeling wrong fast. Dinner's ready, Claire said one night. I sat down and asked, did you cook this before? She replied, Ryan likes it. Oh, I said. I didn't know. You don't have to like everything, she answered. Ryan smiled. I can eat something else. Claire laughed. Don't be silly. I pushed my food around. No one noticed. At night, I reached for her. Not now, she whispered. Later? I asked. I'm tired. She rolled away. The next night, I tried again. Claire, I said softly. What? Did I do something? She sighed. Why do you keep asking that? Because you don't touch me anymore. She paused. You're imagining things. I told myself she was right. You've been stressed, Ryan said casually one morning. I'm fine, I replied. He nodded like he knew better. They stayed up late most nights. You don't mind if we talk? Claire asked once. No, I said. We won't be long. They always were. I lay in bed pretending to sleep. Laughter drifted down the hall. You're funny, Claire said. You always thought so, Ryan replied. My chest tightened. The next day, I asked, why so late? She said, he can't sleep. So you keep him company? He needs someone to talk to. What about me? She looked annoyed. You're being dramatic. At dinner, Ryan asked, everything okay? Yeah, I said. Claire said, he worries too much. Ryan chuckled. Means he cares. Claire didn't respond. I stopped talking after that. Silence felt safer. You're quiet, Claire said one evening. I'm thinking, I replied. About what? Us. She shrugged. We're fine. I watched her phone light up. Who's texting? I asked. Ryan, she said. From the other room? He forgot something. Like what? She snapped, why are you interrogating me? I backed down. Sorry, I said. She turned away. That night, thirst woke me. My mouth felt dry. I sat up and listened. Soft laughter floated from the guest room. Low. Careful. Close. I stepped into the hallway. The floor creaked. I froze. Claire's voice drifted out. Be quiet, she whispered. Ryan laughed softly. I am, he said. My heart slammed. I moved closer. Their voices dropped. Intimate. Familiar. I raised my hand. I didn't knock. Inside my head, I argued. You're tired. You're paranoid. You're scared. Don't open that door. I stepped back. My legs shook. I walked to the kitchen. Drank water I didn't need. Stared at nothing. Everything okay? Claire called. Yeah, I answered. My voice sounded wrong. I returned to bed. She came in later. You're awake, she said. Just thirsty. She slid in beside me. She didn't touch me. I stared at the ceiling. My thoughts wouldn't stop. You're insecure. You're overreacting. Good husbands trust. I whispered, I love you. She said, I waited. She didn't say it back. Her breathing slowed. Mine didn't. I replayed the laughter. The whispers. The silence. I told myself lies. They're just friends. She wouldn't hurt me. You're imagining it. I stayed still until morning. Sleep never came. When the sun rose, nothing felt the same. I wasn't trying to look. That's the truth. Claire left her phone on the counter while she showered. It buzzed once. Then again. I told myself not to touch it. I stood there arguing with my own hands. Don't, I whispered. The screen lit up anyway. Ryan's name sat at the top. Last night was risky. But worth it. My breath caught. My fingers moved without permission. I opened the thread. My hand started shaking so hard I had to lean against the counter. He almost hurt us. You were quiet enough. Next time, be more careful. I hate sneaking. Then stop pretending. I felt my heartbeat in my ears. I could hear myself breathing, loud and uneven, like I'd been running. My mouth went dry. I scrolled. He trusts you too much. That's not my fault. It makes this harder. It makes it easier. I locked the phone and set it down exactly where it was. I didn't scream. I didn't throw anything. I just stood there. You knew, I said to myself. I didn't answer. Every memory rushed in at once. Of course you can stay, I had said. We're fine, she had said. You're imagining things, she had said. The shower stopped. Water cut off. I wiped my hands on my jeans. They were sweating. My chest hurt, sharp and tight. Claire walked out, towel around her hair. You okay? She asked. I nodded. Yeah. You look pale. I'm just tired. She picked up her phone. I watched her face. She glanced at the screen, then at me. You hungry? She asked. No, I said. We need to talk. She sighed. Not loudly. Not dramatically. Just tired. About what? Ryan. What about him? Your messages. She closed her eyes for a second. When she opened them, there were no tears. No panic. Just annoyance. So you went through my phone. That's all you have to say? What do you want me to say? My throat tightened. Tell me I'm wrong. She didn't answer. Tell me I imagined it. She leaned against the counter. Ethan, don't do this. Do what? I asked. See what's right in front of me? It wasn't supposed to happen like this, she said. That's your defense? I didn't plan it. You let him into our house. She crossed her arms. You agreed. I trusted you. She exhaled slowly. You always act like trust means control. Ryan coughed from the hallway. I hadn't heard him come out. He didn't step closer. He just stood there, silent. I looked past Claire at him. Did you know I'd find out like this? I asked. He didn't answer. Claire spoke instead. Lower your voice. Why? I said. So he doesn't feel uncomfortable? This isn't helping. What helps? Calm down. I laughed once. It sounded broken. You don't even look sorry, I said. She tilted her head. I'm tired, Ethan. That hurt more than anything. Tired of me? Tired of pretending everything is fine. So you lie? So I survive, she said. I felt small. Ashamed. Angry. All at once. Were you ever going to tell me? She hesitated. I didn't know how. Ryan shifted his weight. Still silent. I nodded slowly. Okay. Okay, she repeated. I get it now. Get what? That I'm the only one hurting. I walked past her into the bedroom. My legs felt numb. My hands wouldn't stop shaking. I sat on the edge of the bed and stared at the floor. Claire followed. Where are you going? Nowhere, I said. We should talk more. There's nothing left. She stood there for a moment. Then she left. The door clicked shut. I heard her whisper something to Ryan. I couldn't make out the words. I lay back and stared at the ceiling. My heart kept racing. My mind wouldn't slow. Every promise replayed. Every smile felt fake now. I didn't sleep. I just waited for morning. Somewhere inside me, something quiet gave up. I knew then that to survive this, a part of me had to die. I didn't leave. Why are you still here? Claire asked the next morning. I need time, I said. For what? To think. She nodded like that was permission she could grant. Take all the time you need. Ryan acted normal. Too normal. Coffee? He asked. Sure, I replied. Claire smiled at him. Not at me. I watched them closely. I stopped interrupting. I stopped explaining myself. I stopped asking for space that should have been mine already. You're quiet again, Claire said. I'm listening, I answered. To what? To everything. At dinner, Ryan joked, you two good? We're fine, Claire said quickly. I said nothing. That scared her more than anger ever did. Say something, she snapped later. What do you want me to say? That you forgive me. I didn't say that. She stared. You can't punish me with silence. I'm not punishing anyone, I said. I'm paying attention. Ryan grew careless. He touched her arm in front of me. Oops, he said. Claire laughed. I didn't. You don't react anymore, Claire said that night. I learned, I replied. From who? From watching you. She scoffed. You think you're smarter now? I think I'm clearer. That doesn't scare me. It should, I said quietly. My sister Laura called. You sound different, she said. How? Detached. I'm focused, I replied. On what? Leaving the right way. She went silent. Are you safe? Yes. Are you staying? For now. She exhaled. Promise me you won't shrink yourself. I won't, I said. I'm expanding. At work, Mark noticed too. You're sharper, he said. Is that bad? No, he replied. It means you stopped explaining yourself. That's new for me. Usually happens before a big change, he added. Back home, Claire tried softer words. We can fix this, she said. How? By moving forward. Without honesty? She frowned. Why are you acting like this? Because begging didn't work. She lowered her voice. You still need me. I need stability, I replied. Not confusion. Ryan stayed late again. You don't mind, Claire said. I don't, I answered honestly. She blinked, unsure. I lay awake, planning quietly. Dates. Money. Distance. You don't rush exits, I told myself. You design them. Laura texted, I'm here. I replied, soon. The house felt smaller for them. Clearer for me. You're slipping away, Claire said one morning. No, I replied. I'm stepping back. Ryan laughed from the couch. Relax, man. I am, I said. That was the truth. They thought silence meant weakness. They didn't see me watching. They didn't hear the door forming in my head. I rebuilt myself without announcing it. Why are you suddenly working late? Claire asked. I have goals, I said. Since when? Since now. I stopped explaining my schedule. I stopped checking my phone every minute. At work, Mark noticed first. You're different, he said. Better or worse? I asked. Stronger, he replied. Money became numbers again, not fear. I opened new accounts. I tracked everything. Calm followed. You seem distant, Claire said one night. I'm focused, I replied. On what? On my future. She frowned. Our future? I didn't say that. Her jaw tightened. Ryan grew louder. I might quit soon, he bragged one evening. Didn't you just start? Claire asked. I don't need them, he said. I said nothing. They argued when they thought I wasn't listening. You promised stability, Claire hissed. I'm figuring things out, Ryan snapped. You're always figuring. Stop pressuring me. I stood in the hallway, invisible. This is stressful, Claire said. So is pretending, Ryan replied. The next week, Ryan lost his job. They let you go? Claire asked. Temporary, he said. Her voice shook. We have bills. You have a husband, he answered. She went quiet. She came to me later. Can we talk? About what? About helping Ryan. I thought you said he didn't need help. She sighed. Don't be like this. Like what? Cold. I looked at her. I'm calm. That's worse, she said. Ryan avoided my eyes after that. You okay, man? He asked once. I am, I replied. He nodded, unsure. Claire started watching me instead. Where are you going? Out. With who? Does it matter? She snapped, yes. I said, it didn't before. Her anxiety filled the house. You're changing, she said. I already did, I replied. Ryan complained loudly. This isn't what I signed up for, he said. Claire whispered, lower your voice. Why? He'll hear. I don't care. I heard everything. Mark asked me out for drinks. You good? He said. I will be, I answered. When? Soon. Laura texted, you sound steady. I am, I typed. Proud of you, she replied. At home, Claire tried control again. You still love me, she said. I respect myself, I answered. That's not the same. It's better. Ryan packed and unpacked his bag daily. I'll find something, he muttered. Claire's patience thinned. You said that yesterday. Stop nagging. Stop lying. I watched karma arrive quietly. No explosions. Just pressure. Why aren't you reacting? Claire demanded one night. Because panic doesn't help, I said. You don't care anymore. I care differently. Silence followed. Not empty. Powerful. I slept better. I ate better. I planned. Where do you see yourself? Mark asked at lunch. Free, I said. Claire cornered me later. You're pulling away, she said. I'm preparing, I replied. For what? For what's next. Ryan overheard. What does that mean? It means I'm done waiting, I said. Calm settled in my chest. It felt strange. Solid. I stopped asking why this happened. I started asking where I was going. They didn't notice the shift yet. But I did. I waited until they were both home. We need to talk, I said. Claire crossed her arms. Now? Yes, I replied. Ryan stayed on the couch, pretending not to listen. I stood in front of them and felt calm. You look serious, Claire said. I am, I answered. About what? Everything. She sighed. This again? No, I said. This ends tonight. Ryan looked up. Man, relax. I didn't look at him. I know everything, I said. Claire stiffened. You think you do? I do, I replied. The messages. The nights. The lies. She opened her mouth, then closed it. Ryan stood. I was lonely. That's not an excuse, I said. I didn't have anyone, he continued. You had choices, I replied. Claire stepped closer. You're twisting this. I'm stating facts, I said. You pushed me away, she argued. I stayed, I answered. You replaced me. Her voice cracked. I never meant to hurt you. You did, I said quietly. That wasn't my intention. Impact matters more than intention. Ryan muttered, this is getting uncomfortable. You should sit down, I told him. He did. Claire tried again. We can fix this. No, I said. She blinked. You don't get to decide alone. I do now, I replied. I let the silence stretch. Ryan shifted. Claire's breathing sped up. You're not saying anything, she whispered. I already said enough. She reached for my arm. I stepped back. Don't, I said. Her hand dropped. What do you want? She asked. I'm leaving, I replied. Tonight? Yes. Ryan laughed nervously. You're being dramatic. I'm being clear, I said. You'll regret this, Claire warned. I already regretted staying. She shook her head. You're throwing everything away. I'm taking myself back, I answered. I walked to the bedroom and grabbed my bag. Claire followed. Where will you go? That's not your concern. She leaned against the doorframe. You still love me, she said softly. I loved who I thought you were, I replied. That counts. It doesn't change this. Ryan called from the living room. Bro, don't do this. I looked at him. You already did. Claire's voice dropped. What about us? There is no us, I said. Say it louder. There is no us. Her eyes filled, finally. You're cold, she whispered. I'm controlled, I corrected. I zipped my bag. You're really going, she said. Yes. After everything? Because of everything. Ryan stood again. Where am I supposed to go? I shrugged. Not my problem. Claire snapped, Ethan. I stopped fixing your messes, I said. I walked to the door. You think you're better than us? Ryan asked. I think I'm done bleeding, I replied. Claire followed me outside. Please, she said. I paused. This is the last time I'll say this, I told her. She waited. You broke my trust, I continued. I won't rebuild it for you. She cried then. I didn't think you'd actually leave. That's why you lost me, I said. I stepped onto the porch. The house behind me felt smaller. The air felt lighter. Claire called my name once more. I didn't turn around. I walked to my car, bag in hand. My heart raced, but my mind was clear. I wasn't angry. I wasn't loud. I was finished. As I drove away, I felt taller. Not because I won. Because I chose myself. I watched their lives from far enough away to stay clean. I didn't ask questions anymore. News reached me without effort. Mark mentioned Ryan at lunch. He quit, he said. Or got fired. I nodded. That makes sense, I replied. He never liked pressure, Mark added. At home, silence did the rest. Claire texted late one night. Can we talk? I stared at the message. About what? I typed. She replied fast. I miss you. My chest tightened. I didn't respond. Another message came. Ryan left. I exhaled slowly. He said he needs space, she wrote. I closed the phone. Closure tempted me. So did pride. I argued with myself out loud. You owe her nothing, I said. But you loved her, another voice answered. I shut that voice down. Laura called the next morning. You okay? I laughed softly. I'm learning, I said. I heard, she replied. About Ryan. I don't want updates, I said. Good, Laura said. That means you're healing. Claire tried again 2 days later. I made a mistake, she wrote. I read it twice. We both did, she added. I typed, then erased. I forgive you felt dangerous. I miss you felt weaker. I sent nothing. Ryan vanished after that. No calls. No apologies. Responsibility chased him away. Claire spiraled alone. Why won't you answer? I deserve closure. I whispered, so do I. I chose distance. It hurt. It helped. Laura reminded me over coffee. You were strong before her, she said. Don't forget that. I nodded. I'm remembering, I replied. Days passed quietly. My sleep improved. So did my breathing. I stopped checking my phone. I started checking myself. What do you want now? I asked the mirror. I answered honestly. Peace. From far away, their chaos stayed loud. My life grew quiet. I didn't touch their mess. It collapsed on its own. Healing felt slow but real. I kept walking forward, choosing myself without apology. She found me outside my apartment one evening. Ethan, she said. I stopped walking. You shouldn't be here. I needed to see you, she replied. I didn't invite you. I know, she said. Please. I sighed. Say what you came to say. She stepped closer. I messed up. I know. No, she said. I destroyed us. I stayed quiet. Her voice shook. I was scared. Of what? I asked. Of being invisible, she said. You made me invisible, I replied. She started crying then. Not quietly. Not controlled. I was selfish, she said. Yes, I answered. I chose attention over loyalty. You did. She wiped her face. Ryan is gone. I know. He left when things got hard. That tracks, I said. I lost everything, she whispered. You lost me, I replied. The rest followed. She looked up. Do you hate me? I thought about it. No, that hurts more, she said. I'm not here to punish you. She stepped back. I wish I could go back. I don't, I said. She flinched. I wouldn't survive it twice, I added. She took a breath. I loved you. I believe you, I said. Then why isn't that enough? Because love without respect is just noise. She nodded slowly. I see that now. I'm glad, I replied. Too late, she said. Yes, I agreed. Silence stretched. Cars passed. A door slammed somewhere. I'm sorry, she said again. I forgive you, I answered. Her eyes widened. Not for you, I added. For me. She reached out, then stopped. Is there really no chance? She asked. No, I said gently. Why? Because I finally feel whole. She cried harder. I don't know who I am without you. You'll figure it out, I said. You always believed in me, she whispered. I still believe you can grow, I replied. Just not with me. She nodded through tears. I was wrong, she said. Yes, I replied. I see that now. I needed you to, I said. She looked at me like she wanted to memorize my face. I hope you're happy, she said. I'm getting there, I answered. That's fair, she whispered. She turned away slowly. Goodbye, Ethan, she said. Goodbye, Claire, I replied. She walked down the steps. I didn't follow. My chest hurt, but it didn't collapse. That felt like growth. I went inside and locked the door. I leaned against it and breathed. I didn't cry. I didn't smile. I felt steady. Forgiveness settled in quietly. Not as mercy. As release. I had survived her. I didn't need her anymore. I didn't wake up feeling victorious. I woke up calm. I sat on the edge of my bed and said, this is it. This is the quiet I used to beg for. No applause followed. No apology arrived. Just silence, and for once, it didn't scare me. I remember thinking, I lost a marriage, a future, a version of myself I trusted. Then I answered myself, and I gained breath. I laughed softly and said, that sounds dramatic, but my chest loosened anyway. People kept asking, do you feel like you won? I always shook my head. There was no game, I told them. Just survival. When they pressed, I added, winning would have meant someone else lost, and I don't carry that anymore. I walk through my days differently now. I make coffee and tell myself, you're allowed to take your time. I check my phone and whisper, no one owns your peace. At night, when the room feels too open, I admit, you're lonely, and then I reply, but you're not broken. I lost friends who chose sides. I lost routines built around lies. I lost the illusion that love saves you if you sacrifice enough. I gained mornings without dread. I gained sleep without arguments echoing. I gained the ability to say, stop, and mean it. Sometimes I talk to the version of me who stayed too long. You thought endurance was love, I tell him. He answers, I was afraid. I nod and say, me too. We sit there together, not fighting, not ashamed. I didn't burn bridges. I didn't expose secrets. I didn't become cruel. I chose distance. I chose clarity. When anger knocks, I tell it, I see you, and when it begs to stay, I answer, you can rest now. If you're listening to this, I want you to hear me clearly. Betrayal teaches you what you tolerate, I say. Healing teaches you what you deserve. I pause and add, those lessons are expensive, but they work. You might be waiting for revenge to feel satisfying. I waited too. I told myself, once they hurt like I did, I'll be okay. But the truth answered back, pain doesn't pay debts. I learned that peace arrives when you stop collecting. I talk to myself during long walks. What do you want now? I ask. The answer surprises me. Consistency, I say. Honesty. Space. I listen and promise, I won't abandon you again. I stopped explaining my boundaries. When someone asks, why are you distant? I answer, because I need to be. When they push, I repeat, this is healthy for me. I no longer negotiate my healing. I also learned patience with setbacks. When sadness returns, I tell it, you can sit with me. When fear whispers, you'll be hurt again, I answer, maybe, but I'll survive. That honesty steadies me. Some nights I speak out loud. You're safe now, I say. No one is coming to take your worth. Those words used to feel fake. Now they feel practiced, and practice turned them real. I learned to sit alone without narrating my pain. I learned to breathe without bracing. I learned that peace isn't loud, and strength doesn't perform. I remind myself daily, you don't need permission to move on. When doubt answers, what if you regret it? I smile and say, then I'll learn again. I keep choosing myself in small ways. I choose rest. I choose honesty. I choose silence when noise asks for attention. I stay present. I stay kind. I stay accountable to myself. Always moving forward now, always onward. I used to believe closure came from confessions. Now I know it comes from decisions. I look in the mirror and ask, are you proud? The answer isn't loud, but it's steady. Yes, I say, and I believe it. My life isn't perfect. I still flinch at raised voices. I still replay memories at red lights. But I also smile without permission. I plan without fear. I love without disappearing. I didn't win. I finally became free. I didn't destroy them. I rebuilt myself. I stand here and say, that was enough, and for the first time, my heart agrees.